You see, there's trouble on the horizon that you would only ever be willing to step into if you do believe that you are a chosen child of the eternal, covenant-keeping Lord, the I Am. You can only title this next passage, I Am. This is Exodus 3:13 through 18. Then Moses said to God, "If I come to the people of Israel and say to them, 'The God of your fathers sent me to you,' and they ask me, 'What is his name?' what shall I say to them?" God said to Moses, "I am who I am." And he said, "Say this to the people of Israel, 'I Am has sent me to you.'" God also said to Moses, "Say this to the people of Israel, 'The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and thus I am to be remembered through all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together and say to them, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and Jacob, has appeared to me, saying, I observe you and what has done to you in Egypt, and I promise that I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt to the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they will listen to your voice. And you and the elders of Israel shall go to the king of Egypt and say to him, 'The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us, and now please let us go a 3 days' journey into the wilderness that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God.'" So Moses is trying to figure out how what God is calling him to do will work. So he wants to know how he should identify the one who sent him. God has already clarified Moses' identity. Now he's making his identity clear. God says to him, "I am sent you." This is God's eternal name. It could be translated, "I am what I have been and will forever be." I am the unchanging one, the one who made an eternal covenant with your forefathers. I stand with you unchanged, in unchanged glory, and my promises for you are unchanged. God promises that the elders of Israel will listen to Moses. Perhaps they would remember God's promises to make them a great nation and to deliver them to their own land. But here's the rub. In Pharaoh's way of thinking, what God, worthy of respect, would identify himself with these lowly slaves? And if he did, why would he think for a moment that Pharaoh would listen to what he is asking? You see, there's trouble on the horizon that you would only ever be willing to step into if you do believe that you are a chosen child of the eternal, covenant-keeping Lord, the I Am, the Lord of heaven and earth. And you believe that he will be with you and unleash your power, his power for your good. You see, if you're ever going to follow God, you have to have two things in place: his identity and your identity. As a child of God today, that God is for you who he said he is to Moses. Do you believe that he is who he says you are? Is your life shaped by a deep trust in his existence, his unchanging character, his promises, his power, and his grace? Does that form your thoughts and desires, your words, your choices, your behavior? Do you panic when you see trouble down the road? as if you were facing it all by yourselves. You see, Exodus preaches to us the truth of God's presence, the gospel of His unchanging trustworthiness, the gospel of His promises, the gospel of His power. All of these things point us to Christ, who came so that we would inherit God's promises, live in His presence, and be enabled by His power. In Christ, we are the Israel of God. The I Am is with us and for us forever.